Dobrodošli natrag. Dobrodošli u nastavak Logintelligence 2020. I will switch to English now because our next lecturer is English native speaker. Say hello to Miss Rebecca Oberlander. She's a Korber Supply Chain Software Partner Manager. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
And we will talk about subject breaking new grounds with Korber supply chain and automation. I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. So Rebecca, I'm gonna switch the screen to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can see it. So
okay, perfect. Good. Then hello everybody. My name is Rebecca Oberlander. I'm the partner manager at Korber Supply Chain for Europe and the Middle East. And HighJump, or formerly HighJump, now Korber, is a Spitzer's international partner for warehouse management solutions. And as we'll see, we have a very wide portfolio. And I'm going to talk about the latest and greatest news at Korber, how we see the supply chain of the future, and the latest innovations in software, automation, and robotics. So let's jump right into it. You know, we face many challenges on the market, not only due to the COVID situation, and I'm sure all of you were somehow impacted by it, but also due to the increasing complexity in processes and networks, in products and solutions. And logistics and supply chain management are no longer a back office function, but a real mission critical part of the customer service. Korber and also, of course, our partner Spitzer, we're aware of that fact. And we are an end-to-end provider for our customers, not only in intralogistics, but in fact for the whole supply chain from the planning to returns. Also, we deliver the necessary depth in warehouse management systems, either with our own solution or as an SAP WMS as well. Many things have changed since we joined Korber. We became part of a number of Korber a number of years ago. The president and CEO of Korber AG in Hamburg is Stefan Seifert. Originally, we are a German engineering company that has developed into an international technology holding company, home to some 10,000 experts from leading brands in a variety of industries, with strong operations in North America, in Europe, and in Asia-Pac. Our team focuses on supply chain automation and software that you can see here in the middle. Exactly. And let's take a quick view at some of our challenges on the market. Our customers are handling more products from more suppliers and more fulfilling through more channels and so forth. The end customers have ever higher expectations for choice, for convenience, speed, and of course, price. At the same time, it's harder than ever to recruit people, train them, retain them, and grow their skills. And as these pressures grow, so does the competition. To get ahead and stay ahead, you have to move even faster. Having the market challenges in mind, let's take a look at these figures. These are based on a Korber survey on supply chain complexity that has been taken place from February to May 2020. And I can share the complete survey after the conference if you're interested. The survey reveals that the complexities in production and order processing are increasing, but 90% of the logistics expert surveyed can no longer keep up with the challenges. Half of the companies cannot multitask, but need to address one challenge at a time. And a third of the companies rely on manual processes within the warehouse, and 2/3 already automated a part of the complete intralogistics functions. According to the study, main challenges are a smooth integration of software, material handling systems, and other technologies in the logistics ecosystem. Also, the integration of functionalities along the supply chain from the production line to the delivery to the end customer, and the growing end customer requirements in terms of delivery speed, costs, and flexibility. Now, technology can help to cope with the challenges, but beside the cost, there's implementation, integration, maintenance, upgrades, training, and so forth. And without a sound strategy, simply adding technology just adds more complexity. And that's why you'd actually need more than just a vendor. This is why you need a global partner with a proven track record of delivering efficiency and a lower cost of ownership today, plus the flexibility, agility, and innovation to help you realize a strategic roadmap. Our claim really is to conquer supply chain complexity. And we have the experience and not just to add technology, but also to reduce complexity. Now, how do we do that and in what areas? What you see here are our competencies. Our competency of supply chain software, for example, ranges from warehouse simulation and warehouse management to transport management and proof of delivery. Software consulting and implementation includes our experts bringing some of the world's most complex supply chains online. Voice is also offered by Spitzer, and I'm sure you are in good hands here. Robotics is something we want to talk about in more depth today. This brings a new level of performance and of course also precision to the warehouse floor. Another competency is materials handling equipment to move inventory through the warehouse, and also another one is designing and implementing automated solutions in order to streamline warehouse operations. And last but not least, I want to mention our SAP competency in terms of SAP EWM and SAP TM. We're not a reseller, but a recognized SAP implementation partner. All with an underlying industry and technology expertise for many, many years. Now, this is how we position ourselves in the market. As you can see, most competitors are either purely on the automation side of things, like for example, Swisslog, TGW, and SSC Schaefer, or purely on purely provide a digital capability like Blue Yonder, Manhattan, and SAP. Korber, however, combines both automation and a complete software suite. As I said at the beginning, Korber changed a few things, not only regarding our positioning, but also for us as employees and for the customers as well. Now we're united under one brand. We've become part of a rapidly growing team. Korber Supply Chain Automation and Software operates in more than 20 countries, has about 2,400 employees, and works together with more than 100 partners worldwide, tapping into new markets and capitalizing on the expertise and technology of some of the world's leading supply chain solution providers, namely the 12 companies that you see here in the picture. We can offer a much wider portfolio and all on one Korber platform that guarantees the same look and feel. And we can offer product bundles that combine our automation and our software solutions at a really good price. So we are simply stronger together. The transition created a single branded entity with an offer that spans the entire supply chain. It allows to address the diversified needs of our customers, big and small. And we have a vast amount of expertise and experience across the group for many, many years. Probably, or maybe your journey with HighJump started several years ago. You know, HighJump is, for example, one of them on the market for more than 30 years. And you've probably seen the innovation with HighJump. For example, the page editor and the Advantage Architect that allows the customer to change the software and also adapt the processes in the software after go live without a HighJump consultant. Now, of course, Korber consultant, and without even touching the source code. And this is something that really differentiates our WMS from competitors, as it also lowers the total cost of ownership, so the TCO, and improves the return on investment, so the ROI. And I want to make another point here as well. Innovations are usually driven by large enterprises. SMEs, so small and medium businesses, simply do not have the capital to build a technology lab, hire the necessary employees, and make the budget available. And if it does not work, if it does not work out, we as Korber at least learn something. Our motto is try often, fail early, but also know when to stop. Startups as a third category are extremely innovative, but their problem is that unfortunately the most of them fail, as for example, the customers might be too cautious to buy. So large enterprises like Korber are the ones who have the best possibilities to really drive innovations. And that's what we do. Here you see what we offer. We offer a full end-to-end supply chain execution suite. Our solutions help the customer to manage warehouses, factory yards, industrial plants, marine terminals, and transportation fleets. Also maximize worker productivity and improve operational efficiencies, increase accuracy and transparency across workflows to meet, for example, compliance requirements. New solutions and initiatives include the warehouse control system, our supply chain simulation and design tool, a global voice network, and of course also robotics and our cloud initiative, plus several add-ons. In the center is still our warehouse management system, though. Next, I want to briefly show you some of our partners. Most partners resell, implement, and support our solutions, so customers have access to our portfolio in the respective countries. For example, there's Balloon One in the UK, Velo Logistics in Benelux, and of course Spitzer as one of our main partners in Europe, and of course also in your region. In terms of robotics, we have the partners Fetch Robotics, Locus, and Geek Plus. Now, after today's presentation, you're going to receive handouts that will also include my presentation. And by clicking on this slide in the PDF, you will be able to see the brand video from Korber Supply Chain. So now I won't stress everybody's bandwidth and move on with robotics. We are highly competent in all aspects of robotics. So what is in this competency? In an environment where flexibility, adaptability, and precision are everything, robotics bring a new level of performance to the warehouse floor. From articulated arm robots and layer palletizers to full autonomous mobile robots, Korber really offers the right tools to improve warehouse processes. Our robotics as a service solutions allow the customers to cost-effectively scale their operations to meet rapid changes and demand. Customers are able to rely on Korber Robotics for the technology that helps their supply chain keep up. The solutions are designed to get the most of the out of the workforce by augmenting the workflows with technology. We help remove the parts of tasks where workers do not add value, like walking long distances across the warehouse or building pallets. So companies are able to increase their KPIs and get more out of their current workforce. The most common issues that our customers experience are operational inefficiency. Workers are wasting valuable time on tasks that do not add value to the operation and can be automated. Also, there is a high turnover rate and a limited labor pool, which during seasonal peaks can push operations to their breaking point. Finally, many operations have received the most out of their current technology and are looking for the next advancement that can take their operation to the next level. However, traditional automation is expensive and difficult to scale. So now let's take a look at how our robotics competency removes those pain points. Korber has two robotics offerings, autonomous mobile robots, known as AMRs, and palletizing robots. AMRs, on the left-hand side, are modular mobile robots that use a digital map of their environment without the need of physical or electromechanical guidance. Our warehouse management system gives tasks to the robots, and they move around the warehouse by using their sensors and cameras. This allows them to adapt in real time to the actual running environment without having to stop its operation. AMRs can be used in a variety of workflows, including picking, pallet and cart transport, and replenishment, for example. AMRs are far more affordable than traditional automation and easy to scale in one place, either for long-term growth or for short-term seasonality. Korber's second robotic offering is palletizing robots. These robots do exactly what you think they do. They build optimized pallets. We offer a range of palletizing robots focusing on quality, reliability, process stability, and long life cycle. We do know that no two companies are the same, which is why each solution is custom built and adjustable to fit various requirements. Warehouses and the market today are constantly having to adapt. And by the way, we are also offering depalletizers and many other equipments. Now, the end customer expectations are rising. Everyone knows that. Labor is getting harder to find in some areas, and the rise of e-commerce has put some pressure on operations more than ever before. Productivity and accuracy are the main drivers of warehouse performance. So finding a technology that increases statistics while being adaptable enough to change with demand is really key. These drivers have created an urgent need for a flexible solution that can deliver strong KPI improvement, with also the ability to scale up and down with demand. According to a study from IDC, an International Market Research Institute, the following 3 points are the top reasons for robotics deployment. The top one reason to deploy robots in the supply chain is to improve productivity and efficiency. Top 2 is to improve the product and service quality. And top 3, to increase operational capacity by using robotics. Now, the same survey shows the top benefits when companies use robotic solutions. So the survey reveals that 2 of the expectations regarding robotics of the top 3 are met. Namely, increase capacity and improve product and service quality. Plus, it provides increased flexibility in the supply chain. We selected 3 robotics partners based on several aspects, like person-to-goods or goods-to-person capability, also replenishment, automatic storage, and sorting capabilities, and so forth. We decided to partner with Locus, Fetch Robotics, and Geek Plus, as they met the most criteria. Responsible for the evaluation was John Santergate, our Vice President for Robotics at Korber Supply Chain. As their partner, we are able to implement the complete solution. We also measure the warehouse, do the mapping, and deliver the robots to the customer. The robots can are then ready to use very quickly. It only takes about 2 to 3 hours, actually. The main distinction between all 3 vendors, Locus, Fetch Robotics, and Geek Plus, is the person-to-goods and goods-to-person capability. Main industries for those AMRs are e-commerce, wholesale, any kind of replenishment, and omni-channel, and so forth. It's very worthwhile starting at a warehouse space of about 200 square meters and usually an aisle width of 1.5 meters. Except Geek Plus, because here we have a separate part of the warehouse only for robots. The capacity is huge with 1 million items per year, which would be approximately 5,000 items per day. This is ideal for customers with lots of manual picking. With a 2-shift system, this robotic solution generates a return on investment in under 3 years, which is another good reason for using the solution on a wider scale. We mainly focus here on warehouse and production logistics as well as further robotics innovations. By the way, one reference is DM, a very well-known retailer. DM uses our WMS and the Locus robotics solution implemented by Korber with about 200 picks per hour. And also these are two of the main reasons why DM won the Logistics Award at the International Supply Chain Conference in Berlin in October this year. Internally, to provide our customers with the needed service, we have our Korber Robotics Center of Excellence. It actually realizes the solutions. However, what you don't see of the iceberg is the supporting part, which is the Korber Supply Chain Robotics Competence Center. We've passed the starting phase, meaning we investigated the market and the existing suppliers. We built our team and we signed the partnership agreements. We've also passed the evolutionary phase, meaning we combined our WMS system with the robotic solution in order to be able to offer a smooth connection. And we've started with pilot customers like DM, as I just mentioned. Yeah, that's really a great kickoff to have such a customer winning such an award. Finally, I want to present you the key messages and differentiators for robotics. Combat labor and operational challenges with the addition of robotics, and scale up and down as needed to meet seasonality, crisis, or business changes. Drive solution and operation optimization with our enhanced data, and store and pick items quickly with our advanced robotics and automated solutions such as layer pickers and stacker cranes. So we know that customers are looking for scalable and affordable solutions. Unnecessary steps need to be eliminated to get the absolute most out of the operation. And our solution does, this is an important point, does not replace workers, but it does improve the productivity and efficiency. Here are some of our customers, mainly in the field of WMS. As I mentioned, this is our focus area. And there are also some customers in terms of robotics like DM that you see right in the middle. Now, in case you have any follow-up questions, please contact me or my boss, Jared Leash. We're happy to help. And now I hope you found this presentation insightful and inspiring. And I'd like to take another 5 minutes to answer immediate questions. So what are your thoughts and your comments?
Thank you, Rebecca, for the interesting introduction to Korber world of logistics. We will just wait 1 minute or two for the questions to eventually arrive. In a moment, I will switch the presentation back to me. Okay, we have the first question. So, okay, there are many technical solutions, but what are the people? Are they no longer important in the logistics of the future?
That's a good question, because that's a concern of many people. When we take a look at the classical organizational chart that describes companies, and by the way, it originally comes from rail logistics, the people are in several departments, again, just as in a train, and they do what the management tells them to do. So it's a linear and monitored process, right? That was a good model in the past. The only problem is that the employees are incapacitated. Nowadays, employees really need to be involved. In fact, people make the greatest contribution to value. And another interesting side fact is that 25% of the employees have a high emotional connection to the company, but 75% do not have that emotional connection. That may be a consequence of the fact that people are often forgotten in the discussion, possibly also because the employee would be better off elsewhere in the company. And digitization and automation changes people's value proposition, and therefore it also changes today's jobs and the jobs of the future. Now, the question is, how can we help people to improve their value proposition? And the answer is help them do less simple and more complex and creative activities, because that's where humans are good at, right? So transformation goes hand in hand with other activities, and the people need to adapt as well. And that's a trend that we see worldwide, actually. What we need is a respective leadership and a company culture that allows the employees to develop. Many employees, however, feel left behind because they do not understand the technology and so forth. So the bottom line is the right communication from the top management saying, we don't want you to cut your jobs. We don't want to cut your jobs, but we want to grow more. We need you for that. So digitization, automation strategy, this must be communicated. And if it's not communicated, rumors arise, and these are mainly negative, as we all know. And in the best case, communication is not just top-down, not just a monologue, but a dialogue in order to know if the message has been received and as the top manager wanted it to. So to sum it up, it's the people who make digitization and automation and how we cope with developing employees to more sophisticated tasks is the answer in how we can transform the business successfully.
Thank you. We have one short one. How can automation improve sustainability?
When we talk about sustainability, people often think about ecology, so reducing CO2 emissions in order to protect nature. And that's an important point. But what we tend to forget are social and economical aspects of sustainability. The social aspects includes, for example, employees who work for far too little money. Clothing companies like Hugo Boss, like Mango, and so forth, they all need to think about whether a production in India or a local production makes more sense. An economical example is, well, maybe you've heard about it in the news. The German bank, they just recently refused to continue to work with Donald Trump. And we might have worried too little about these issues. Logistics has been aware of the sustainability issues, and it is very up to date in the public discussion, and it is also very important for sales. What would you think? Maybe what brings the most sustainable effect in logistics, the ecological, social, or economical area? Just think about it. To my mind, digitization, automation can really help to put things in practice. It is not yet being put forward in a really proactive way by most companies, but the awareness in society rises, and therefore the need to act rises in all three areas. The next challenge from our perspective is to sell that to the end customer accordingly. And what are the customer's benefits out of this? A green product, and also a better image for the company, a better throughput in the warehouse with corresponding figures, a more efficient transport chain with monetary savings, and finally, a faster delivery and a better customer service. The important thing for the company is to really make the changes measurable, and also to make this transparent for the end customer. Another alternative is to actively ask the end customer beforehand whether he or she is ready to buy at changed conditions. And I'm sorry, but I don't quite remember their name right now. But one of the world's largest investors said that sustainability is so important to them that they only invest in companies that have an answer. So the decision to go fully green in these three areas, so economic, ecologic, and social, brings an enormous power on the market.
Well, thank you, Rebecca, for these interesting answers. For the handouts that is including your lecture as well, you can everyone can download them immediately in the handout section of the GoToWebinar panel. So if you want, you can download it now, but they will be sent afterwards with all the with all the rest of the files that are going to be sent in bulk for the Logintelligence on the mails that you registered for this lecture. So thank you, Rebecca, once again for your input in Korber future.